Borno has faced several forms of insecurities in the past decade and a half due to partly the Boko Haram insurgency that has ravaged many communities. Access to farmlands and agricultural activities have been at the lowest point, leading to reduced food security and heightened hunger among the populace, made worse by the adverse effects of climate change.
We are mainly focused on some number of thematic areas. One is look at policy to support the Borno state government in developing a policy that will look into issues around climate, and mainly to look at the state, supporting the state to develop a policy that can be able to address the challenge of climate change globally. So for us, for this project, it's mainly like developing policies, but also looking at some other areas like agriculture, where we can be able to educate, teach, show practical lessons, share ideas with the communities on how best for them to adapt to climate. So mainly it's on climate adaptation for our local community to see how they can even produce more to address the challenges of food security in Nigeria.
Many people have become displaced. Many people, as a result of climate change, are also considered as environmental refugees, not being able to produce their own food because they live in camps outside their homes, outside their communities, being taken care of by emergency aids provided by development partners. Now that the insurgency has subsided and Borno State is doing everything possible to relocate them back to their communities, the issue that we are battling with is that of helping them to adapt to climate change that has happened, and also to see how they can move on in future to be able to produce their food and also make their livelihood in their own communities without having to move away from their communities. We all know that people are linked up to where they are brought up. People are linked up to people they know to maintain and preserve culture. Therefore, returning the refugees who have been in IDP camps for many years, having lost touch with their communities, it is important that they go back to their communities, preserve their culture, produce their own food, and live the lifestyle that they are used to.
Presenting hard copies of the document containing recommendations, the Commissioner for Environment reiterates the government's commitment to addressing climate challenges.
Right now, in fact, this season, I think you've witnessed, or all of us have witnessed, the way agricultural activities have gone through. The smart agriculture has already started in most of these local governments of the state. And you could see His Excellency in his magnanimity approved the purchase of solar-driven water pumps, solar-driven machines. That is, when farmers are complaining of cost of fuel and all those things, he had to look at solar activities. And most of this, if you go to Bagana, over 200 hectares of farmland has been cultivated through smart agriculture. And in fact, they are right now harvesting. You could see in our social media, harvesting has also taken place in Jere, Zabarmari, wheat production. Those agricultural activities were all done through smart agricultural activities, even ahead of this action plan. So I want to assure you on behalf of the government and then the Minister of Agriculture and Environment as well, the implementation of anything that is possible within this action plan, we want to assure that this thing will be implemented within local governments and for the benefit of our people of Borno State, inshallah.
About 20 hectares of land have been provided across the communities for the pilot study for poultry, fish, and vegetable farming, which are being cultivated with the hope that more land will be made available for the implementation of the recommendations.